Hello everyone, Nathaniel Gavronsky here, and I am in Bean Station, Tennessee. Bean Station is actually one of, if not the oldest towns in the entire state of Tennessee. It was founded by William Bean in 1776 by the United States military as an outpost during the Revolutionary War. Bean and Daniel Boone actually scouted this area a year before, and they decided this would be a good space to actually utilize and to create an outpost during the Revolutionary War. And William Bean would stay here. He built a four-room log cabin here, and the community, his family moved here, and then a community started building up around it. It was known as a great stopping point as people were moving west throughout the rest of the state of Tennessee. And interesting fact, this town being one of the oldest cities in Tennessee, it wasn't actually incorporated until 1996. There's a history here about that. See, that a lot of towns here in Tennessee aren't incorporated, and they certainly weren't incorporated in the 18th, 19th, and most of the 20th century. Now, this is actually the hometown of William Tandy Senter, who was a prominent politician, farmer, Methodist preacher, and he was a member of Congress during the James K. Polk administration as an anti-Jacksonian Whig. This whole area was pretty much anti-Jackson, even though Jackson was the previous president from Tennessee. Here in Bean Station used to be a huge tavern, and this tavern was known to be the largest one between Washington, D.C. and New Orleans. When the Tennessee Valley Authority came through here, they actually, through eminent domain, told the entire town they needed to relocate. There was a lot of struggle and division and debate among the citizens of the town on what to do. They tried to incorporate, which would give them a little bit more power against the TVA, but they just weren't able to do it. And in 1942, the heart of what was once Bean Station, including all of its historical landmarks, were demolished and flooded for the Cherokee Dam operation, the project there that made the lakes in this area. It's kind of a sad thing because there was so much history here, and the history was original at the time. The tavern was mostly original. The cabins and stuff were all here from this founding in 1776. But progress is progress, and the TVA did eventually tell everyone, we're tired of working with you. We're not going to continue to try to negotiate with a planned relocation, which might have even actually came at some assistance from the federal government for the citizens of Bean Station to relocate. They decided that at a certain time they were just going to flood the place. So 90% of everyone decided, well, nothing else we can really do, so they moved voluntarily without any of the assistance from the federal government, which they offered. Bean Station is a nice little town. There's a beautiful little mountain range out through here with overviews of the man-made lake, thanks to the Cherokee Dam. But this is being such an interesting and historical town, I thought I'd come by and meet people and see it. But behind me, you're seeing basically the city hall, the city park, and the city museum for Bean Station. One of the oldest communities in Tennessee that was only incorporated in 1996. This is the hometown of William Tandy Senter, and it's interesting because the town that I grew up in, primarily in Iowa, is named Centerville, named after him, even though that the clerk in the state capitol in Iowa thought that the people in Centerville couldn't spell, so they replaced the S with a C. But this is essentially what is remaining of his hometown. And it's a nice little place. There's people from all over the country I have come across in this area that are moving here because they like the beautiful nature and the overlook. So this is Bean Station, Tennessee. I hope you guys enjoy this tidbit of history. But this is also a really good example of united we stand, divided we fall. If the town was able to incorporate back in the early part of the 20th century, and even during the TVA's attempt to use, public domain, the town might have been saved. The original town might have been saved. They might have done something to change things. But because the city and they couldn't come together, they couldn't come together as a community. They lost everything. So it just shows that even in modern times, that being able to stick together as a community is very important, and to preserve what you have as, you know, the entirety of your culture, your history, your city, your town, could be wiped away if you guys can't communicate and become part of a community over, you know, individual small differences. So thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, follow, share, and I wish everyone a wonderful day. Stay healthy, stay happy, and as always, stay wise, America.